What is going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of From My Experience podcast. I'm your host, Rob, and I have my co-host with the most, Biff, with me. Biff, what going on?
Hey guys! Oh, this week has been a week for me, but I am prevailing. I'm feeling better as the week progresses, so I won't, hanker down on the bad things. You got to focus on the good things. So
I'm proud of you
finally
for
feeling
saying that.
better.
I'm proud of you for saying that. Yes. So this is the episode we've alluded to for like the past couple of podcasts. This is our Black Lives Matter episode. Just to keep it 100 with y'all, we know that just about every other black podcast has covered this, has talked about this, and we don't want to be redundant, but we also don't want to be dismissive. So basically, what we're going to talk about is some of the things that we've seen, how we're feeling, what we hope to become of this, and just give you all some words of encouragement. Because I mean, I haven't even been listening to some of my favorite podcasts because it's such a weight on my shoulders. But we'll get into that anyway. The
Mhm.
first thing I want to do, what we want to do, is thank everyone for listening. So all of our all of our Instagram followers, everyone in the Facebook group, we love y'all. Thank you for the continued support. Thank you for the continued comments. Y'all are
Mhm.
hilarious. And I do love the fact that no one's getting out of pocket and being, overtly disrespectful.
Disrespectful, right?
We used to have a little issue. Well, we didn't really have an issue because we would ban y'all. But
All right.
I was worried. So
No, we had one little out of pocket incident, but that was so quickly swept under the rug. Nobody really noticed or knew. So.
yeah, when you got a fake profile picture, that's the first sign that you're out of
Oh
pocket.
God, a little anime guys. I love you, but that shit you got to stop. Stop.
All right. Um. So we're gonna get straight into it. So I found this. I'm sorry, I clipped it and I don't remember what I got it from, but I know it was on Instagram. I'm not the original creator of this, so to really get into Black Lives Matter, I'm gonna read this billboard. I don't know if this was a real billboard or not. Please forgive me if I mispronounce someone's name. Please forgive me. It's not on purpose. No malintent. And this billboard says Eric Garner had just broken up a fight. Ezel Ford was walking in his neighborhood. Michelle Cusseau, I think that's what that says, was in her home. Tanisha Anderson was having a bad day. Tamir Rice was playing in a park. Natasha McKenna was in need of help. Betty Jones answered the door. Philando Castile was driving with his family. Botham John or Botham Jean, I've heard of both, I'm not sure which one it is, was eating ice cream in his living room. Atiana Jefferson was babysitting her nephew. Eric Reason was pulling into a parking spot. Dominique Clayton was sleeping in her bed. Breonna Taylor was also asleep in her bed. Ahmaud Arbery was going for a run, and George Floyd was at the grocery store. If you don't know who they are, those are just some of the black people in America that have lost their lives to law enforcement. And
Police.
that's what they were doing when they were killed.
Well, not necessarily police or law enforcement. Those are people that lost their lives to racist white people or racist people. Period. Not necessarily even white. Just racist people. Period. I
I
know you
appreciate
said
that
police.
correction.
Yeah. Some of them didn't. They didn't have incidents with police per se, but they did have incidents with racist people. Um,
You're correct.
it's
You're
it's
correct. Because
it's
some of them were just random people, vigilantes.
yeah, who call think they're motherfucking Batman, which I don't fucking get. Um, it's heartbreaking. It's a lot. Um, you we tried to avoid it as much as we could, not be dismissive, but avoid it
Yeah.
because we understand that's an everyday reality for us, and we don't need to necessarily be reminded or to speak on it. But this is one of those moments where you have to, where you have a voice or you have a platform, you have to say something, and I'm fucking tired. I don't know how else to put that shit. I'm tired, man. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You would never think a day in my life that people would be that upset about racism. There are people genuinely upset because we want equality. We didn't even ask for equity. Oh, don't even get us started on equity. We We just ask for goddamn equality. Just treat me decent. Treat me decent. That's all it is. I just want you to treat me decent. I ain't even saying give me the same resources. I'm just asking you to treat me a type of way. And you can't even do that. You upset about that. You ready to fight over that. You ready to go to war about that. All type of discrepancies. I just don't understand why you think racism is okay. What makes you feel like it's okay? Like you live this fear every day. Every day I drive to work, I'm in fear for getting pulled over. I've been followed. I've been pulled over. I'm a black woman. It's not just black men. It's in a black body. Sandra Bland, I saw her on Mega Road. A black woman, mysteriously, somehow, some way, dead. It's just crazy that's my reality, and nobody, well, certain people refuse to believe that could be somebody's reality.
Yeah.
It's like America is a circus. And it's like you got to code switch yourself. You got to yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. And it's why do I shouldn't have to do that? Why are you following my own neighborhood? You think my mama can't afford a nice house in this motherfucker too? You know, shit
Yep.
like that. You don't think my mama can afford to stay over here too? She was one of the first motherfuckers in this neighborhood before it was even a neighborhood. It was a street, bitch. She an OG. So how about you pay some respect to her? Like, it's just crazy, Bill. And I'm just tired. Like, what you want me to do? I kneel. It's a problem. I protest peacefully. It's a problem. I ask for change in legislation. It's a problem. I don't know what to do. You just fed up. I don't know what to do.
We are seeing the results of everything that you've just said. For our listeners who are really out of touch with this humanity, this isn't anything new. This has been an ongoing struggle and battle forever, it seems like. These are just some of the more recent people who lost their lives due to racism. And it has reached, honestly, I think it's reaching its peak right now. There's still racist killings going on amidst what's going on in this country right now with the protests. This is the world's largest protest in history. It's not just in America. You have people in other countries having Black Lives Matters protests because we are tired of opening our phones and going on Instagram or looking at TV and looking at the news or going on Facebook and watching someone get killed on
it's a black body
freaking,
on there.
Yes, a black man or woman being
porn.
killed.
That's what's called trauma porn. They love it. They live off of it. Media eats off of it.
We're tired of seeing our people being killed on camera blatantly and the person doing the killing getting a slap on the wrist or in some cases nothing at all. Knowing that if the shoe was on the other foot, which I've seen plenty of posts about that, they would put us under the fucking prison.
Girl, we wouldn't even make it to the prison.
Wouldn't make
it. Wouldn't have had no mugshot because you would have got beat the fuck up so bad. You wouldn't have had one. They would have put that little spit bag over your face talking about you was spit.
So
no, you be tired, man, and you see that every day, and you got to think that shit wear on your mental. On top of the shit that you got to politically do correctly during your regular routine days.
On top of your life, like this,
your regular life, right?
This is just taking over, and my work field in education. My coworkers are predominantly white, so I don't even have anyone I can talk to at work because I get looks. It's eggshells because no one wants to say anything, which speaks volumes as well. No one has said, "Hey, Robert, are you okay?"
Right.
I'm sorry about nobody, not one person. I'm posting on Facebook and I'm noticing y'all comment on certain things, but you won't comment at all on that. And I look at your wall and you say nothing. So, and it's whatever. That's what you do. If you're not gonna fight with me, I'm good. I got my peoples with me. I do want to say this: if you are one of the people out in the streets protesting, if you are a protester, please, 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 one, be safe, wear a mask. Two, do not go alone. There are still people among you fronting, faking, flogging, acting like they're there for the
That
cause, and
too,
they're
and
out.
committing crimes in the
They're
midst of this
committing crimes, and
bullshit.
they're out to cause harm. They're white supremacists marching right along with you, saying Black Lives Matter, looking for an opportunity to fuck something up. So please be careful. Let people know where you are, what you're doing. That's something I practice regularly. I picked up a damn tire off of Facebook Marketplace today so I can get my workout on, trying to get my swole on. And I hit my homeboy up and I said, yo, here's the address I'm about to head to. Here's the guy's Facebook profile. I'm going to hit you up when I get there. I'm going to hit you up when I get back. If some shit happens, this is the motherfucker. Like, we really got to be about that. Like, we got to get back to that because there's a target on our back. And the thing that's crazy about it, they, even though all this is going on, the motherfuckers still don't care. They still don't care. They still think that what they're doing is okay.
And the ones that are genuinely naive racists that feel like they don't understand why is this such a bad thing, those two. I don't care. Being naive is not an excuse either.
No.
There's too much technology and too much shit you can read and too many people you can talk to saying that being naive is a reason why you don't understand racism or you don't understand why something doesn't work the way that it does. So I
don't ever expect any ally. I'll never expect someone who is not black to understand what it is to be black. I do appreciate the ones I've seen speaking up and speaking out. I saw a really good thread on Instagram about, I forgot who posted it, but she was talking about all her run-ins with the police and saying how white families call them mistakes instead of breaking the law. And she got slaps on the wrist. And she said, if I was black, I'd probably would be dead with some of the shit that she did. She named like 3 or 4 incidents. Serious shit too, like getting caught with drugs, driving drunk, and the police officers laughing and saying, "No, you'll be all right." Brushing the shit off. And she said that's white privilege, and it is. But again, if you're out there protesting, and please listen, I have friends in the medical field. Coronavirus is still out there. COVID is still there. Okay.
And why you got a commercial after I cough? Wow.
Oh. It's still out there, y'all. So please put your mask on, protect yourselves. I want to go to Black Lives Matter Plaza so fucking bad, but I don't want to risk getting sick because of where I live and what I do. It will have a huge impact on a lot of people, and that wouldn't be fair to them. But I am going to make my way there, probably not during a highly protest time, but I want to go to take pictures, and this is a part of history, and I do want to show support. I do want to show up, and I have to figure that out. Not making excuses, just being real with you. I pray that we continue to see, I'm not even going to say continue, that we start to see actual real change. We're starting to see, it's weird. We're starting to see, it's fucked up actually. We're starting to see companies and brands change their racist appearances and logos and the way they come across and it's like
holidays.
The fact that you have to say this, they're taking Aunt Jemima off of the pancake syrup. Aunt Jemima. They're taking Uncle Ben off the rice. Shout out to my homegirl Tennille.
They said they're going to evolve him, so I'm not sure if Uncle Ben is actually coming off or if Uncle Ben about to be like get a makeover and like be
if
young
they give him
with
like
a black
fro.
kid on there.
Okay, I don't know what they're gonna do.
So, I don't know. They said evolve, so evolve to me don't mean like he coming down. Because normally when they say something coming down, it's coming down. And remember, she coming down.
Yeah, and like, they said they realized it. But my thing is this.
What the hell you mean? You said you realized?
You realized you knew this thing had racist roots. It's just now
and
that
what is that black caricature stuff called? Whatever that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That stuff, yeah, whatever that shit called. That's exactly where it originated from. And then he said he even got the idea from one of the niggas that was working for him, the nigga women. She was a mammy. They consider mammies.
Yep.
And she would make pancakes so good and send them off and shit. That's where he got the Aunt Jemima. That's where all that shit came from a slave woman.
And now you
Like
decide. Now our voices. We've been yelling at y'all, but
400 years later.
y'all just now starting to listen. This isn't, like I said, this isn't new. Oh.
And then I feel so conflicted because I'm like, yes, about the fucking time you had some change in policies. But then I'm like, damn, bitch, did you really feel like this was okay?
Yeah, they did.
Like, do I really want to still shop with you because
They
you felt
did.
like this shit was okay?
They want the black dollar, which that's a whole nother conversation. But they
Right.
want the black dollar. I'm gonna get into it a
And then
little bit.
they
But
don't want no cancellation in the black culture
nope.
because black culture runs everything
Yep.
now.
Yep.
That's the crazy part. Get beat to death, but as much as we get beaten, as much as people hate us, we are what culture is. Black
Yes.
America tells you what the fuck is cool and what is not cool.
We are protesting and demanding change. Fix I don't know what it means to defund the police department. I don't know if that means you become y'all police
Basically,
yourselves. I don't know. I didn't research it.
no, from my understanding, well, I ain't got a deep understanding of it either. It's basically instead of militarizing the police, you're using that money for other shit. And instead of having like police always check up on you, you do have like neighborhood. It's more like a neighborhood oriented type of enforcement. So, like the perfect example was the young man in Atlanta who was a Wendy's driver. I actually reposted that, and it was like if it was a defunded police or a defunded person, type of law enforcement. Hey, sir, I see that somebody called. Somebody called on your behalf. I see that you're asleep. Can I call you a ride? You know what I'm saying? Can I do something for you? Get you away from here, out of your car. That's how the situation would have been handled.
Mhm. Mhm.
So basically, it's like I don't know. I don't get it, but from what I've
I'm
been
gonna do
reading and
some.
trying to understand, I like it, and I don't understand, and also I don't understand why the police need to be militarized. That shit still blows my mind. Why do police need tanks? That still blows my mind. Why does the police need
It's
a
fear.
goddamn rocket launcher?
Fear. Yeah, you don't need a rocket launcher. It's fear.
Exactly.
Um,
That's what I'm saying.
it's
That's what I'm saying.
fear.
So like all that money we spent as taxpayers, because guess who's paying for this shit?
Yeah.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck about you buying no tank. You not finna use it no time soon. That shit gonna sit there and rot. So you telling me I just wasted millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars on some damn tank just to say you got a tank? Like it blows my mind. Like we could have used that money, but you steady defunding education. You steady defunding medical for low income. You steady defunding programs for state programs for children and everything. But you giving millions to these police departments, which I don't understand.
Yeah, this whole what COVID another thing COVID-19 has done, and we're still on Black Lives Matter, but it's made the world really stop and look at what the fuck is going on, and we had to
Mhm.
look in the mirror and say, damn, this is fucked up. When you look at tax relief, all the big businesses who are going to be just fine got a majority of the
Mhm.
money. Some of them gave the money
Mhm.
back, some of them kept that shit and said, fuck you, little man. It's money driven. This whole police thing, they're in fear, they're scared. We outnumber them greatly, immensely. So you're trying to show extra force, but it doesn't matter. That fear is just gonna be there. We outnumber y'all. It is what it is. When it comes to defunding, and I do want to say this too, those of you who are quote unquote picking and choosing what you want to repost and what you want to say, and I support this. Do your research, because when some of this stuff happens, we're gonna have to continue to take action. We can't just see some changes happen and then fall back. No, this may cause us to step up and have to do a lot more within our own communities, which is fine with me, to get things to where we want them to be. I was actually thinking about that in my head today. I'm just like, neighborhoods aren't even neighborhoods anymore. Like when I was growing up, I knew everyone within like a 10 house radius of me. You know what I'm saying? Police officers used to drive by and wave. And, it was a community. Like, you should know the people around you. If you're patrolling an area, you should know those people, and those people should know you. So if there is an issue, it should be a conversation, not who are these random ass people, let me reach for my gun, because that's what it is. And the biggest thing that I would like to see happen, which is the one of the main root causes, is all of these rights and laws and bills were not written for us, and they've never been corrected. They're vague as fuck, they're biased as
Mhm.
fuck, and they need to be rewritten. The laws need to be rewritten. It's just there's just too much leeway, and it leaves the same loopholes, which is why we keep seeing the same thing over and over and over again. And like Biff said, we're just fucking tired. Like, I can't even articulate everything that I want to say and put out there because I'm getting stressed just sitting here in my own little apartment right now thinking about all of this shit and knowing I can't even scroll through my phone like I want to because I'm tired of watching black people die. I'm tired of seeing it. So we're going to take a quick break to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
I'm sure you've never considered adding a coloring book to your bedroom repertoire, but Love and Lust is the adult coloring book full of sensual imagery sure to get things heated up. I'm Jessica Vann, and I help individuals and couples to enhance their sexual experiences through learning to prioritize their pleasure. I'm a licensed therapist, and I developed this coloring book as a way to eliminate the shame sometimes associated with sex and increase healthy conversations about true intimacy. Love and Lust is accompanied by the Essential Love and Lust Toolbox, which is online and offers therapeutic exercises sure to spice up things in and out of the bedroom. Head over to envisioncounselingllc.com and get your Love and Lust toolkit today. From My Experience podcast listeners, get 25% off when you use promo code FME. Get your copy of Love and Lust today and add a little color to your sexy.
And we are back. So, what'd you say? So, honestly, that's all I really have on that. I like we said, I'm not gonna do a whole deep dive or anything like that. Maybe that'll come at a later time. Those are some of the changes I'm hoping to see. And now, Biff, do you have anything you want to add before we start getting into just encouragement and words of wisdom and just other things?
No, we can actually go ahead and branch into it. Because I'm tired of talking about being tired. For every black person out there, I want you to understand that you are the epitome of a God. You are what everybody wants to be, and I need you to carry yourself like that. I need you to realize that you are the most powerful being on this earth. I need you to realize that people hate that. They see that in you. They're going to hate that from the time you're born to the time you die. Be careful out here. Use your thoughts. Use your mind. Be right in the head. And if you're not sure, ask somebody. And if you can, ask somebody that's black that also has the same experience. Spin black. I also want to be big on that. Spin black. Before you go to wherever else, ask on Facebook. Do any of y'all know who sells such and such? Do you know any black such and such, such and such? I'm like almost blacked out. The only thing I can't let go right now is Walmart and Target, and that's almost impossible. Well, Amazon too, because we don't have a black competitor at this point.
Right.
But if there was, I'd be there. But
yeah, I agree.
Other than that, basically, I'm all blacked out. I'm trying, or at least I try to. So I just want everybody else to understand that you have to support your own, and also along with supporting your own, because I am a business owner myself, and I'm learning this. Being black owned does not mean discount, and it does not mean friendship. Okay.
I'm so glad you said that. I need to.
It does not mean cheaper. It does not mean discount. It does not mean for free. Okay. We have bills just like you. We are running a business just like you. We cannot become a business empire that you so wish and supposedly bless upon us if you don't support us to the fullest extent. Things cost, and especially times like this, things cost more.
Yep. Biff
Be
is
that friend
1,000% correct.
Be that friend that supports the friend. You know, when I was getting ready my last week, matter of fact, I got so many love donations from people just saying, you don't even have to give me a drink, but I want to donate to you because I love what you're doing it for. I love why you're doing it. And so that support alone, I'm doing a whole new rebrand right now. So I'm in the middle of a rebrand. And then I'll actually be shipping nationwide after this rebrand when I reopen up. So Just small things like that and encouragement. Just encourage other people. Even if you see, every day I work I work retail right now. But every time I see a black person, they leave, I tell them, you have a good day and you be safe.
Yep.
And most of them look at me and they look at me. When they give me that look, we connect. I understand. Oh, you be safe too, baby. So, you know, if you see a black person alone in a white space, or if you are that black person that's alone in a white space and you see somebody else that's alone in that white space, speak to them as well. How you feeling? No, I mean how you really feeling, and
Exactly.
get that understanding. So those are my words of encouragement. I love you all. I love being black. So those are my words.
I have some. Thank you, Biff. I have some to just add a few things to what you said, and I have some tough love too. I'm gonna start with the tough love. Now is not the time to tear people down, especially each other. Now is not the time to be calling each other coons. Now is not the time to repost what someone said and shred it to bits. That's what they love seeing that. They love seeing the infighting. That's why it's not changed. They'll spark a match and we'll bring the canisters of gasoline and burn our own shit down because we're too busy fighting with each other and talking shit about each other and perpetuating stereotypes that no one else will take us seriously. Not saying it's an excuse, not saying it's a valid reasoning, but it's something that they see. Someone said it the other day. They said it's like, you having an argument with mixed company. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this shit when we get in the car. Like, especially some of these celebrities. Y'all have each other's phone numbers. Call them. Why are you doing this in public for people to see? They don't believe you when they see y'all standing next to each other saying Black Lives Matter, but 10 minutes later, y'all having a Twitter fight or an Instagram fight. It just looks bad. Even within your personal relationships, let me take it off the celebrity level. Now's not the time to call and say, you haven't been a good brother and blah, blah, blah. No. Hey, yo, fuck all the bullshit, bro. We need to do better. All right, how we going to do better moving forward? Get to it. Now's not the time to talk shit and tear people down. It's not. Now is also a time just to have conversations. I've had quite a few friends just call me just to vent, just to talk. I've called quite a few friends just to vent, just to talk, because you have to talk to somebody. You just can't keep it to yourself. Also, a very big thing with what Biff said, and this is what will really change things. We have to be the We have to be the example and set the example for the change that we want to see. Starting with keeping this black dollar in the black community and supporting black businesses. I put up a Facebook post and I simply said I support black businesses, and one of my video game buddies and he was a guest on the show, David Aaron, posted this long post on my page, and I told him it wasn't necessary. But when I had time one day, I responded because he started talking about, are they getting paid living wages, yada, yada, yada. Let me tell you something about business. As a business owner, someone who is in business working for every dime that I receive, meaning if I don't work, I don't fucking eat. No fucking safety net, no savings account. Business, get your ass up and grind Monday through Monday. Ain't no days off, bitch. You have to start somewhere. Sometimes you will see a black business with higher prices than a Walmart or a Target. Why is that? Because Walmart and Target can buy 10,000 shirts at a discount. Whereas me, with one store, I might only be able to buy 50, and my discount is not that steep, and I still have to make a profit. That is why you see that. There's a lot of fees that go into that. When you swipe your debit card, believe it or not, there's a fee. There's a merchant fee. How do I know? I have Square. I DJ. When people want to pay by debit card, I have to charge them a service fee. That's what a service fee is. Those credit card companies say, yeah, this shit is convenient. You can get your money quickly. I need 4%. That's what you don't see. You don't see the backside of what they have to do. But the support from us is what helps them grow and puts them in a position for those prices to be lowered, for us to have more options, for us to have different products, for us to have, 3 or 4 choices in one location instead of 1 or 2. It's a long process. We're probably not really going to see what we want to see in our lifetime. I'm really thinking about my kids that ain't even here yet and their kids. We got to start now. We got to start now. I'm tired of this black narrative of black businesses and people talking shit and this discount stuff. I was in the barbershop getting a cut. These brothers in the barbershop have not worked in months. And I'm getting my hair cut, and someone comes in, they want to set an appointment, and they ask him about pricing, and he gives them the price. Oh, isn't there something you can do? He was like, y'all always want a discount. I'm not discounting. And I told him, man, I said, I'm glad you stood your ground. And I said, I hate to see that. I'm like, you walk in here asking this man who has not worked. You asking this man who has not worked in months. He has not been able to do what he does for a living for months to earn a paycheck. And you come into his business the week he opens or 2 weeks after he opens and you want a fucking discount. That's just a slap in the face and it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I tipped my barber and I paid him a little extra. Because I know what it's like when you got to wake up and if you don't go to work, you don't eat. I know what that feels like.
Or your bill's not paid, or
right.
You know, that's just a scary feeling. That's a very scary feeling, not having secure income.
And take steps, okay? So be realistic. Don't try to be. I almost said something so ignorant just now. I understand that we want to support black businesses and we want to convert our households. That is a journey that I'm on. Even if you don't convert 100% of everything you do to black business, try to make it a majority. Try to make it a lot. Try to do 40%, 30%, 50%. Just make the effort. There's a lot of black businesses out there. I just bought some cookies off Instagram. I get my deodorant and my toothpaste from a black business. I look for specific things when I'm about to buy something that I normally get. I say, let me see if there's a black-owned business that has something similar or the same. $2 or $3 more, I pay. It's fine. I'm supporting my people. That's just the way I think about it. It's not just at that point. It's not just about a purchase of an item. It's about I need this item and I'm supporting my culture. It's bigger than me. So unfortunately, there's sometimes, not all the time, there's a cost for that. There's a cost associated with that. And I don't do the discount thing. Y'all just heard our wonderful guest, Miss Shaquanda Tilly, on here. I mess with her. And I said, oh, you got a discount code for your website? And she said, yeah. And I said, no, I don't want it. I'm going to pay full price. Because she deserves that, you know? So I'm going to get off that soapbox. What I want to say to y'all is definitely continue to be strong. Stay prayed up. Get some air. I have finally started exercising. Maybe about 5 or 6 days a week. I'm starting to walk 4 miles a day. I just bought my tires so I can do some tire flips and smash it with my sledgehammer when I get that. And I'm just trying to better myself as a person. I'm taking huge social media breaks. I might hop in a video game group and start a discussion there, or I might post something and not look at it for hours because I have to give myself a break from it. Don't feel guilty about that. Don't feel like don't feel like you're doing something wrong. It's okay to take mental breaks. And if you want to contribute, but you're like me and you don't want to, this COVID-19 stuff, do something online. Make a positive post. Make a donation. Share the news about things that are happening, going on, so the people in your circle can see it. There are a ton of ways besides going out and protesting. Huge shout out and huge respect to the protesters because y'all are literally putting your lives on the line when you go out there. We've seen some horrific things happen during those protests, but we're not going to get into that either. So I just wanted to give you all those words of encouragement. You can probably tell Biff and I are definitely tired. We're definitely tired. We've been having these conversations behind closed doors, and this wasn't an easy episode to do because it's drumming up a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. Waking up every day when I'm walking, the white people kind of like want to wave at me but don't. All the black people holding up the black power fist, giving me a nod, give me a all right, brother, you good? You feel that shit. If you're not black, it's hard. You'll never understand.
Yeah.
You wake up with a fucking target on your back. Like, and this is another thing I'm going to say. And I'm not telling you to go out and be violent. Take advantage of what you can take advantage of. if you're in a position and you don't have a record, go get your concealed carry permit. Go get a gun. Learn how to shoot it. Train. Learn how to shoot it so you can defend your family when and if the time comes. Do it. Go on YouTube. Look at some videos. Look some stuff up. Do some research. Be in a position to defend yourself if you have to. Have these conversations with your kids about what's going on. Sit them down. You know, don't let them figure it out on their own. Don't let them scroll through their phone and see death and not know the meaning behind it.
Or understand why it happened or what's going on around them.
All right, I can't do this anymore.
I know.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
a little bit wore out too.
Yeah, I was about to get into something else. I'm not going to do it. So there may be a part 2 to this. There probably is going to be a part 2 to this when it settles a bit more and we can settle a bit more, y'all. That's all we got for y'all this week. Please support Jessica Vann. I know you heard that lovely ad. Her information will definitely be in the description. So go ahead and spice up that relationship.
Special relations.
Well, we love y'all. Thank you for the continued support. As you know, From My Experience podcast, the Facebook group, if I invited you, accept it. We have great conversations going on in there. FME_podcast on Instagram. Follow us on there for clips and previews of upcoming episodes. And once again, we just want to thank you all for the continued support. Thank you for listening, sharing, liking, subscribing. Tell a friend, tell a family member. Be safe. Take breaks. Take care of yourself. And do not take any unnecessary risks.
Yes. And once again, stay black. Stay proud. Stay you. And stay down. And we will catch you next week.
Peace.
Peace.